to the Perception of Gamers study. Please click continue to begin.
So this survey came into my attention, and I gotta say, after taking this survey, it has got to be one of the most infuriating surveys that I have ever taken, and I've taken lots of surveys. This one is genuinely fucking infuriating. The best part? This survey is not available at the time of doing this video. Oopsie whoopsie. Do you want to know what's inside the survey? Well, I got most of its content here for you to cringe, because enjoy is a very bad word to describe it, but I'm gonna summarize it and my experience in general. The survey first asks you for some form of a consent agreement, which, trust me, this is the one way for the survey to go, oh, if you get angry when you're doing the survey, it's not really our fault, it's your fault for agreeing to this entire thing. By the time you click the link down below and take in the survey, you might think that this sort of thing is unnecessary, but as you progress, looking back in hindsight, this thing is actually Pinocchio's skull fucking you in the head with its splintery todger. To paraphrase Yahtzee on that, I mean, this is literally one of their paragraphs.
Risk or discomforts. This is a minimal risk study. However, some individuals may experience temporary boredom or mild emotional discomfort from answering questions on sensitive topics, e.g. beliefs about other social groups. Participants may choose to refuse to participate in any aspect of the research, e.g. responding to question or items. Any discomfort is expected to be temporary and not greater than you might experience when in a typical day. If any aspect of the study makes you feel uncomfortable, you may temporarily or permanently discontinue your participation without penalty at any given time.
Oh boy, you tell me. I got to this survey and the one and only thing that I want to do is play this shit. Right after that, the first question asked on whether or not being a gamer is an important reflection of who I am. It asks on the length of how you play video games and then asks your favorite video games. Right after that, they slap you with this.
We are interested in learning more about people's thoughts about women in the video gaming community. Please share any thoughts and feelings you may have about the role of women in the video gaming community.
This is a free text box paragraph, so I answered, the role of women in the gaming community is the same as the role of men in the gaming community. Play video games, develop video games, program video games, design video games, make videos about video games. Name me any activity that concerns gaming, and women can be involved in any of it without any sorts of restriction. There is no special role for women in video games specifically because they are women. Unless you're talking about voice acting, but then again, women can also voice acting as men. But other than that, there's simply no difference. Women might gravitate into different roles in gaming compared to men. Like, for example, more women are into designing or voice acting or writing rather than programming. But women can be in any of those roles, including programming, and it's not going to be different to how men do it.
We are all members to different social groups or social categories. Some of such social groups or categories pertain to gender, race, religion, nationality, ethnicity, and socioeconomic class. We would like you to consider your membership as a gamer and respond to the following statements on the basis of how you feel about your gamer membership. There are no right or wrong answer to these statements. We are interested in your honest reactions and opinions. Please read each statement carefully and respond by using the following scale.
And these statements? Absolutely fucking mental.
Female gamers compromise the public's perception of gamers.
I mean, that's the first question. Literally the first question. What the hell kind of question is that? Why do you think that I have this sort of mindset? This is one out of almost every question that feels so confrontational in nature, even when it doesn't really need to be. And that's pretty much one of the biggest flaws of this survey. There's a rather despicable and demented preconceived notion of what gamers are. At first, they thought that seeing a female gamer somehow diminishes your identity as a gamer and that our peace and calm are disturbed by them. Even if I answer this honestly, they're not gonna believe me. But the more we get through this, the more and more despicable it gets. The preconceived notions that this survey has about gamers are so fucking insulting. It begs beyond belief of how this can be approved in a freaking university. Next part is about groups. I just want you guys to take a look at some of these questions. I mean, how in the name of God are you going to answer these questions without having proper context beforehand? I mean, what group are you referring to here? Different groups call for different situations. Are we talking about hierarchies or just video game communities in general? I don't even know. This survey doesn't specify in what context this entire group questions or statements are. There's a lot of Marxist communist vibes around here too. And the next one is fucking baffling. Please estimate and select the percentage of female gamers who possesses each of the following traits. How the fuck am I supposed to calculate that? How in the name of God would you think that these sorts of questions would lead into a conclusive answer? I mean, Jesus Christ, I'm a freaking university student off of my 4th semester who just recently turned 19. I find this fucking stupid, and whoever made this should be ashamed of themselves. The next segment is the most irrelevant shit I have seen in a while. So it basically asks questions about the relationship between men and women in society. Again, the questions being asked here is so condescending. They actually think that gamers are worse than fucking Hitler or something. They have this mindset that gamers are misogynists, horrible human being scums who absolutely hate women. I don't get it. Why all of these preconceived notions? Is it to like show people, hey, gamers are actually not misogynists at all? Like, why would I need your help? Why would people need your help? Why would people need your survey to actually prove that this is the case? They have made platforms to show people that they're not. And I love this last question on this segment.
Feminists are making unreasonable demands of men.
Oh, finally something specific and something that I can finally answer to. And the answer is, I agree strongly. Next part is even more insulting. This basically gives statements on whether or not female gamers are problematic in the gaming industry. The answer is obviously fucking not, but apparently they have to ask all of these questions just to make sure that, oh, gamers are actually not misogynist, yo. I mean, Jesus Christ. Whoever is running the study, do you really need this sort of study? Can I ask you guys what are you going to accomplish? I mean, they explain this in the end and we're gonna get to that. And this, oh boy, this is the best part. Not only they think that you are a misogynist gamer who hates every woman in every circle of life, this survey also thinks that you're a creepy stalker who goes into women's profiles, stalk them, monitor them, gain access to their passwords, impersonating people online, basically doing absolutely illegal fucking shit just to gain access to women. Like, who the fuck do you think I am, survey? Why are you asking these questions as if I'm a fucking stalker or something? I mean, Jesus Christ, I can be best described as a schizoid. I barely have any interaction with any human being at all, and I don't really want to, and that includes women. I've yet to meet a woman that genuinely interests me, and even if they are, I wouldn't do this shit. The next segment is... it's even more baffling. It starts off by asking whether or not gay or lesbians are human beings. That question is completely out of nowhere, isn't it? They also ask about atheism and human morality. Again, completely out of left field. Why are these questions relevant? And of course, the survey sort of implies that we're a Nazi punching Antifa member. More and more relevant shit comes in, and I swear to you, this survey sounds like it's trying to accuse you of being a conservative. Even if I am a conservative, how is that relevant? Oh, so you get to name call us a bunch of Trump supporters. Alright, fine. The survey continues by asking the weird question on what do you feel when you were in a group of female gamers. Such a bizarre question to ask. I would feel happy around them, and I'd love to play video games with them. And it continues down the rabbit hole by asking more and more leading questions that puts you in the position of a fucking stalker. Just look at some of these fucking questions. I shit you not. It's the kind of thing that makes me want to kill a nearby cat the moment I read through this. I mean, good fucking lord. How much bias can you put in a survey? And that's not even all the questions. I'm at the moment of done answering to every single one of them because every single one of these questions will make me say the things on the variations of go fuck yourself or please go die in a fire. The next one is about GamerGate.
In the past few years, the video gaming community has seen several news stories involving female members experiencing repeated harassments from many others on social media. Have you ever heard of such events occurring recently in video game community?
Yes, I've heard. I got involved unwillingly because apparently I get accused of being this just on the basis that I support more ethical video game journalism. Apparently having more ethics in journalism is a fucking insult to these people.
We are interested in hearing any opinions or perspectives you may have on these news stories. Please share any thoughts or feelings you have about these news stories.
I have countless videos on this, you can watch them. And at this moment, the survey is finally over. Thing is, this is at the point where I just want to play a sad, depressing music and rage quit in the middle of it. Now let's just examine what the hell is the motives of these people. Maybe there's some form of a twist. Maybe this survey is intended to piss people off. I don't know, let's find out.
Project title: The Roles of Ideology, Threat, and Sexist Attitudes in Cyber Violence Against Women and Girls.
So, all of that was completely straight-faced.
There are more women and girls playing video games than ever before. Recently, there have been several news stories about women in video gaming communities and companies being repeatedly attacked online. Victims of cyberbullying are more often women than they are men, and cyberbullies are more likely to be men than women.
Yeah, that happened during GamerGate season like 3 years ago. GamerGate is a movement for journalistic ethics, and the FBI couldn't find any solid proofs of harassment towards women. Only 0.65% of people inside GamerGate are actual harassers. The movement is mostly focusing on maintaining ethical standards in journalism. You just need to watch my videos or Sargon's videos or any other videos on GamerGate that are positively received, or read articles down below about GamerGate, and don't even try to get to what the mainstream media says because they're spewing nonsense. And the thing is, a lot of the times these journalists conflate criticisms with harassment as if they are the same thing. That's a huge problem here.
Despite how common gendered online harassment is, there has been little research into why people might engage in these types of behaviors. The goal of this research is to, number 1, develop a scale that measures people's opinions about cyber violence against women and girls, and number 2, explore whether certain beliefs, attitudes, or perceptions that people hold relate to their opinions of cyber violence against women and girls.
Let me give you the reason. The reason is actually very simple. The people who claim to be victims of this horrible harassment campaign are conflating criticisms with harassment. Most people are giving these people criticisms and not harassment, but they chose to conflate the two as if they are the same thing. In your perspective, criticisms are harassment. Me making these videos can be defined as harassment by these people. So the point of this study is to completely ignore the real problem and deny reality. The point of this study is to take some of these women, feminists, on their word. These people are trying so hard to find the problems how these online harassment campaigns like GamerGate can happen without even willing to accept the fact that GamerGate is not a harassment campaign, it's just a movement for more ethical journalism, and the feminists are the ones being unethical throughout this entire thing. After tons and tons of facts proven that it's not a harassment campaign and that the feminists are the problem in this case, in this scenario, you still continue to perpetuate this narrative, and this survey contributes more into that.
In this study, it is expected that strongly subscribing to right-wing attitudes and social dominance orientation, holding sexist attitudes, and believing that female gamers are difficult to interact with and have too much influence will lead to more favorable attitudes towards cyber behaviors such as hacking, impersonation, surveillance, and tracking, harassment and spamming, recruitments, and malicious distribution.
Just let me make this simple to you. You fucking dimwit. It is expected that having people who are corrupt in the gaming industry, having people to collude within each other in a mailing list, having people to promote their friends without fucking disclosure will lead to more and more people noticing this shit and complaining about it on the internet. However, people like you take all of these legitimate complaints about the ethics of these journalists and conflate that as cyberbullying, as harassment, as attacks, when they are not. I mean, this is quite literally Amy's Baking Company all over again.
Can I show you reviews? Hundreds of reviews
no.
that are excellent that we didn't write that
Not
are
the
from real
bullies on the
customers.
internet again.
No, good reviews, real customers that have supported us for 6 years.
Look at the way.
You're attacking my business and my life. This is
I'm
all
telling
I
you the
do is
problems.
live this life every day. You're not telling me the problems. You are saying I'm delusional, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this.
You keep on saying that it is harassment when most of them are just criticisms. Stop burying your head in the sand. Stop thinking that everybody and everything is trying to stalk you or harm you. Stop thinking that gamers out there are gonna actively hunt for you, you fucking paranoid delusional fuckwit. I think that explains why your survey is canned. Your survey sucks. Your survey stinks. And you don't deserve to be an academic. I'm done with this. That's all for the video today. If you like this, you can go ahead and click like button and subscribe for more. If you wish, you can support me on Patreon. And thanks for watching.